Alright, you guys. This will be the last chapter title screen. Chapter 8. And how befitting for a last chapter name, The 1,000-Year Door. Who would have seen that coming? I mean, seriously, Nintendo, really try to be a little more creative, but, you know, it's kind of cool. It just shows the continuity of this game. It just brings closure to the rest of the game. Whoa, this place is nasty, but we don't have a choice. We've got cruise through this and we gotta cruise through this and save Peach before the whole cataclysm happens. Come on, Gonzalez. Oh yeah, let me just walk in this place. The Palace of Shadows. How welcoming it is. You know, generally, I would say that this chapter would have been my least favorite chapter in the entire game, right next to Chapter 2, but actually, after playing this chapter a few times, I've come to love this chapter. This chapter is just awesome. It is the best final chapter in all the Paper Mario games, in my opinion. Anyway, this is a new enemy. It is called the Swoopula, I believe. It's basically a swooper that is just beefed up. Alright, it's got 9 HP. Yep, it's Swoopula. But since we're so high leveled up, we can easily take care of it in one turn. Yep, all the enemies in this dungeon are a joke if you're at the level that I am. And the reason why it's a joke because no matter what enemy I fight, they're only going to give me 1 star point. So I'm going to basically try to avoid all battles I can in this area, except for battles dealing with new enemies. I'm just going to try to show those off, at least once. Also, I'm going to try to see if I can get to a certain amount of star points before I reach a certain area of this game. And I'll let you guys know how many star points I want to get to before I reach that area. It's just something that I personally prefer. Anyway, you don't really need the shooting star. Oh, okay, here's a new enemy. This is... oh, dang it. Alright, we are now encountering the Dry Bones. Awesome, lucky start. Alright, these Dry Bones are basically souped up versions of the Dull Bones that we fought in Chapter 1. And they have quite a bit of some defense, so I'm basically going to use a Piercing Blow. You can buy the Piercing Blow from Mrs. Mouse's badge shop up on the roof of the inn. It's a good badge to come in with in this chapter because, unfortunately, though some of these enemies do have high HP, they also have high defense. So, yeah, these enemies here are not a joke, so do come prepared. I would highly suggest that you come in with the Piercing Blow, along with, like, some other badges like the Power Jump. But anyway, for some parts of the battle, for some parts of the dungeon, I'm going to equip my Jumpman badge, but that's basically it. So, now that I've got that whole spiel done and over with, I don't have to fight any more of those Dry Bones. Bobbery works really well on the Dry Bones as well as Vivian. So let's get out Vivian because there's an area that we're coming up to that I really want to have Vivian out for. It's kind of a tradition in the Paper Mario dungeons. Just like we had to fight in Chapter 5, we have some bullet bill blasters at the end of a corridor, and we can use Vivian's ability to hide in the shadows to avoid the bullet bills, or the gold bills as these ones are, but if we just align ourselves perfectly... oh man, I didn't mean to hit that guy. But like I was saying, if we just align ourselves perfectly, we can walk right in between the bullet bills. And if we can get a good Super Hammer ability in there, we are now going to fight some of the harder enemies in this area. Alright, let's see if I can do this correctly. Yes! Awesome! I did it finally! I finally did it! That's the Ultra Hammer. And I didn't even have to use any FP for that. Awesome. Alright, these are bullet bill blasters. They have like 4 defense or something like that. But if you have the Piercing Blow badge, which pierces all defense and does the highest amount of damage that you can with your hammer, you can easily take care of these guys. Also, Vivian's Fiery Jinx and Shade Fist work pretty well. And if it sets them on fire, then it can basically do 1 damage, regardless of the defense they have. Alright, so let's get rid of this one with the Piercing Blow. And plus, we have 50 FP and a Flower Saver badge on. Trust me, like, coming in with those badges and that much FP, you won't even really need any FP recovery items. It's basically just there to help you out. Also, I'd like to mention the 2 lucky lucky day badges I have, or like, what is it? The pretty lucky badges I have. it increases the chances that you will be missed by enemy fire. Alright, so let's open this box. Like I was saying, let's open this box and get the... Oh, dang nabbit! Let's get this badge over here. It's a kind of a useless badge. Alright, let's see if we can get it with Koops. If we can do that. Because this room has secret spikes all over it. Yay! Alright, we got the all or nothing badge. It increases our attack ability if we hit the action commands. But if we miss the action commands, it will drop our attack to 0. Literally, it is all or nothing. I mean, seriously, it could be useful, but the risks in using it are too great to even try it. Alright, so there is a pattern that you can walk in this area. And if I can do this correctly and avoid these swoopulas... Dang nabbit! Alright. It's kind of hard to maneuver your way through this place, especially with the stupid swoopulas just trying to, like, hit you. But if you do take it slowly, you will not get hit by the spikes. But for some reason, I am really feeling really impatient. I might just have to cut away until I fail again. Alright, luckily I didn't fail, but I had to get into that battle with a stupid swoopula. Alright, so I believe you have to walk on this side, now go into the middle. Stupid swoopulas, now they won't have to annoy us. Alright, go in the middle. Now we're gonna have to go to the front. No, we have to go to the back. There is another set of spikes in the front, so that being said, just go into the back and follow the path that I went. Because I know the way I'm going. Alright, let's save quickly. Alright, so there are fire bars in this area. There's a little trick you can do. If you try to jump over the fire bars 10 times, they will disappear and give you tons of coins, but it's really a waste of time. Alright, so there's a new enemy here. Make sure you do have the ice power badge set up, because these are fire-based enemies. This is the only fire-based enemy you'll find in this area. It's a Phantom Ember. They're basically like the regular lava bubbles and embers that you have to fight in Chapter 5. Not a big deal, really. They do like to multiply. These ones especially like to multiply, but if you do have the Ice Power badge or the Ice Smash badge equipped, they won't be any problem at all because your attack is increased. Alright, so here in order to avoid the fire bars, just going to roll up into Paper Mario Tube ability. You could use Vivian's Shade or Veil ability and they will just avoid you, but it just takes a long time, and it'll take you a long time to get to the end of the hallway. Anyway, we have a big open room here, and I want Bobbery out. You can have Bobbery or Vivian out. I would highly suggest either two and no one else. Because over here, just like in Chapter 1, none shall pass by. We have some mini-boss dry bones. Let those who would disturb or sleep fall into the depths of endless darkness. And these are the Dark Bones. Well, that guy is the Dark Bones. He is basically a souped-up version of the Doll Bones, which also a souped-up version of the Red Bones and the Dry Bones. So, that is why you want to have Bobbery out or Vivian, because these Dry Bones and the Dark Bones are both immune to either explosions or fire, because they do have quite a bit of defense. And if I can get to this guy, it's a little bit harder in this area because these Dry Bones do like to push you around quite a bit. But if I can get... I thought I touched him. You basically have to get in his vicinity or like walk up right next to him. Oh, and he turned the directions. No! Come back here, you fool! Oh, jeez Louise. Last time I was playing this level, like, I got into the battle with this guy in like 1 second. He like walked right into me. Like, I was hoping that it'd be that easy. Alright, finally! Alright, so now we have encountered a mini-boss battle. You can't flee this fight. It doesn't really matter that we're electrified because these Dry Bones and Dark Bones never attack directly. And let's use Bobbery's Ba-Bomb Blast. It uses 9 FP, quite a bit, but in return it does quite a bit of damage to all enemies. Alright, so we've got all these guys out, all the Dry Bones out, and let me think what I want to do. Let's get out Vivian. Alright. Vivian's Fiery Jinx is really helpful. Alright, the Dark Bones, they basically like to throw bones just like the regular Dry Bones do. Oh man, I can't believe that Dry Bones like missed every single one. Alright, so let's use a Fiery Jinx and get rid of all these guys except for the Dark Bones, and we'll take care of them by ourselves. And the fire, of course, gets rid of them permanently, so they won't reanimate. That's a good thing. And let's go in for the kill for the dark bones. Alright. And that is all they wrote. Not a whole lot. Basically like one sentence. Today, I encountered a battle with Mario. I thought I would get rid of him, but I couldn't. Alright, they dropped the palace key, and let's open the door. Hopefully I'm not being really obnoxious. I'm just really excited. You know how you get when you get really excited about something? Well, this is me just getting really excited about the last level of the entire game. Alright, so let's just use a Super Shroom and not let that go to waste and refill all of our HP again. This is another area with the Bullet Bill Blasters. Unfortunately, there are quite a few Bullet Bill Blasters, if you can hear them. Yep, alright. It's a little bit harder to walk in between these guys, so I would highly suggest in this area you use Vivian's Shade Veil ability. Alright, I'm gonna forego that battle. I don't really need to fight those guys. They're not really going to do anything for me, and plus I don't really need the star points right now. Like I said, I don't really want to get that high in star point values because, unfortunately, this area being at the last chapter in the entire game, we're going to be fighting quite a few bosses. Didn't mean to hit those guys, but it's alright to run away. I have tons of coins. I don't really need coins at this point in the game. And if we can get to the end of this hallway without having to encounter into another Bullet Bill Blaster, another Bullet Bill battle. Wow, try saying that 10 times fast. Bullet Bill battle, 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 Bullet Bill. Needless to say, I did not get the tongue twister correct. I messed up halfway through. Alright, so this area, there's not a whole lot to do. There are a few enemies, but that's just the beauty of this area. It's basically a rest zone, because in the next area we have a little bit of a puzzle. I don't really need I can just use a whack-a-bump. I have 8 of them. It's not really a problem at this point. Alright, and let's correct that jam and jelly. Let's correct it, guys. No, let's collect it. Alright, so that's a pretty easy room. You don't really have to do anything there. And in this room we have a little bit of a puzzle. It's a staircase puzzle that you can easily find in a lot of Paper Mario games in the last level. You basically want to head through the floor door that has the torch lit. Or what is it called? The sconch? I believe that's called the sconch, Alright, so we have to go through the bottom floor again. You will never find one of the sconches or the torches lit on the left side. They're always going to be lit on the right side. So it's easy to remember that. So we have to go up on the top floor. If you happen to go through the room that is not lit by the sconch, you will end up at the very first room. So try to avoid having to do that. It's kind of annoying. And unfortunately, as annoying as having to restart the whole thing being, this area, there are quite a few rooms you have to go through. It seems like at first you're not really making any progress, but trust me, you are making progress. Unfortunately, progress is slow in this little area. Alright, so we have to go up. For a moment, I was going to say we had to go down. Alright, and I believe this should be the last room. I believe there are 8 rooms in total, and it should be the bottom floor. Yep, I'm correct. And once we head through this area, it's a nice change of scenery from the dim red and the bleak hallways. We got a one strange room just to find another. It's so big, it's almost like an underground city. What is this place? This is the main foyer of the Palace of Shadows. Alright, so I'm gonna get out Bobbery here because there are new enemies. A Chain Chomp. And Bobbery's explosions work pretty well in the Chain Chomps. The Chain Chomps! The Chain Chomps! I like to talk like this. Chain Chomps! Alright. Not a whole lot we can do, except use our Piercing Blow ability. These guys are pretty easy to super guard, but I don't think I'll ever super guard them. Hopefully they will miss me when they attack, and let's use a bomb on this last Chain Chomp. They're basically like regular Chain Chomps. They like to shoot at you and chomp on you. Oh man, I super guarded it, wow. Alright, that was a first. Alright, so these guys have pretty high defense, but use Piercing Blow, they're pretty easy, and of course we're only going to get 1 star point out of this. So yay! Useless battles. There's another Chain Chomp on the other side of the bridge. I'm going to first go take care of that. Actually, I'll go take care of that first. No, I'll go save. No, I'll go take care of... No, I'll go save. No, I'll go take care of that. I can't make up my mind. So I'll see you guys after I take care of this chain chomp. First strike. Alright. Gotta be a little bit less enthusiastic about this area, because my throat is gonna kind of run dry by the end of this dungeon. Unfortunately, this place, there's not gonna be a whole lot of editing out, except for battles. This place is pretty big. Not a whole lot to do here, for the time being, except for head into the next room. Yep, I know, we just got into this nice little open area with the calming water and everything, but we're gonna have to head off. We're gonna have to head into these hallways. So, here there should be a new enemy. This is the wizard, I believe. Come here. Alright. These guys are really annoying. This is the dark wizard, I believe. Let me just make sure I got that right. They have quite a few attacks. They like to shoot laser beams at you. They like to multiply into 5. They have high defense, and they have high attack power. They are just really annoying enemies, and if you ever do encounter them, I say at this point in the game, if you're this high leveled up, just try to avoid all battles with them. It's not worth it. It really isn't. Alright. So, in this little area we have, unfortunately, quite a few hallways to go through. Not a whole lot to do except head on through. I believe in this room there's a chain chomp, so I'm... Oh, there it is. Alright, so let's let it wait to attack us, or try to attack us, and then let's head around it. Alright. Believe it or not, we're heading off to another boss battle. This is going to be the first of 5 boss battles in this game, or in this chapter. Yeah, there are quite a few. Not including the mini-boss battles. There are 2 mini-bosses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, yeah, 5 boss battles. Alright, this should be the last room before the boss, so... I think it's a pretty good area to stop apart for the time being. This next battle I want Goombella out, and let's equip some of our badges. Let's look at them. Power Plus, good, good, good. I think I'm gonna unequip the Peekaboo badge and the Ice Power and Piercing Blow, and I'm gonna put on a Feeling Fine badge. That's gonna make us immune to poison or dizziness. It's a good thing to equip that badge for this battle because, unfortunately, the boss likes to use poison attacks. Alright, so these are my badges I'm going in with. I'm going to save and see you guys in the next part when we head on through to the room in the right. Or the room on the right. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.